Ladies and gentlemen, oh my god, the music's too loud. Hold on. We're professionals here, I promise. Welcome to this week's episode of Intelligence Chek. As you guys can see, we are covering the Cleric today, which is arguably the most OP class in the game. Wizards get better at later levels, but early levels, Clerics are like top tier good stuff. One of the few things I feel people have a misunderstanding about is if they think the Cleric is a healer. No, motherfucker, no.
I mean, healing is what they're known for. That's their...
Yeah.
Sure, yes. They can heal you. Any cleric can heal you.
Yeah, that's their shtick. But
yeah.
No. When you have first level spells like Guiding Bolt and Inflict Wounds, bruh. Get fucked. But yeah, no. So today we want to cover the Cleric, which is actually one of our favorite classes, right? Between you and me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Clerics.
I've just played one so far, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, like everyone has this misconception, like when it started itself, that the healers. No, Clerics are so much more than that, and they bring so much to the party. It's ridiculous.
So much. I mean, dude, yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Most definitely, because I remember, I don't know who said it, but someone said that sometimes on some tables, DMs ban the Cleric.
I can understand why also.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's just up to you to just up the difficulty and make the Cleric work a little harder.
Yeah.
But still, whatever.
Yeah.
But let us begin off with, so normally what we do is we talk about the first couple of levels, then we go into the subclasses. But in this case, with the Cleric, much like the Sorcerer, Warlock, and actually I think that's it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Druid.
No, Druid is only on second level. Second level.
Oh, correct.
So these three classes, you always pick your subclass at first level. So we figure we'll go through the entire Cleric base information first, and then we'll touch on the various subclasses, because the Cleric itself has like seven subclasses in the player's handbook. So we'll go over all of them once we go through the base Cleric itself. So let's start off right at the beginning. Oh, for information, remember guys, spellcasters use one of three abilities for spellcasting. So wizards and artificers use intelligence, sorcerers and warlocks use charisma, and druids and clerics use wisdom. So remember, wisdom is the primary spellcasting stat for the cleric. So beginning right off the gate with spellcasting, which you get at first level, along with your divine domain, which I said which are your subclasses, which we'll go into once we finish the base. So right at the gate, at first level, you get 3 cantrips of your choice from the Cleric spell list. You have some amazing cantrips you can choose from.
Good cantrips. Like, here's another thing, like, even before we get into this, like, just so you know, the clerics get a big spell list. Like, their spell pool is insane.
Yeah, the Cleric spell list, I think, is easily the most coveted spell list.
Diverse, man. Yeah. It's amazing.
It's super coveted. Everyone wants it. If you get access to the Cleric spell list, yes, please.
Yeah.
So, 3 cantrips, which you'd pick what? Sacred Flame, Toll the Dead, and what? Spare the Dying?
Yeah.
Maybe Guidance.
Yeah.
Maybe Guidance.
Guidance is good.
Yeah. I mean, so the idea usually is you pick 1 or 2 damaging cantrips, and the other one will be a utility cantrip.
Yeah.
So,
Spare the Dying is clutch. I would say never. I pick it. Did I say earlier that I play 1 cleric? I play 2.
Yeah.
How could I forget my boy Honey? Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. I've been brain farting the whole day. I was telling Paul before podcast also. I've just been in this zone. So don't mind me if I zone in and out.
Yeah.
But Spare the Dying.
Fantastic.
I've saved lives with that spell. Trust me. In Warhammer, the Warhammer campaign we're playing, Paul, is a good example of how a cleric can literally make a party survive.
Yeah.
I've kept these guys alive for so long, to the point where the last almost TPK, well, we lost Gulgaz, but I Honey was the one standing up. He killed like the big bad fucking lictor. And he was the only one standing. But thankfully he spared the dying on two of them already. And by the time he could get to the last one, sadly couldn't do anything about it. But yeah, that otherwise that could have been a potential 3 people gone and just Honey standing there. Like the medic in the team just standing there. Like, oh, what do I do now?
So for those of you who are not aware how Spare the Dying works, when a creature is reduced to 0 hit points, like I think we covered this in our character sheets episode, but essentially when a creature hits 0 hit points, it drops unconscious and has to make death saving throws at the start of every single turn. What Spare the Dying does is, the moment someone drops, if you as a cleric do not have spell slots to go and heal somebody, or someone else is in combat right now and they need it more than the person down, just drop Spare the Dying on them, which means they are now stabilized. They can no longer fail their death saving throws. So every turn they can keep rolling, and once they get the three successes, they get back up, and you're good to go. And it's always good. Also prevent like some people we play with have really bad luck with death saving throws, Conrad included. So it's one of those moments where it's like fucking, I'll get to you. Just don't die on me. I'll be right back. You know, it's that kind of situation. But so that's the cantrip choices you guys can go for. Now, preparing and casting spells. So this is just like the Artificer. The cleric gets their entire spell list ready for each level that they can cast. So as a cleric, I believe, let me just quickly look this up, make sure I get it correctly. Right. So until 2nd level, you have access to 1st level spells, which means you have access to the entire cleric spell list for 1st level spells, which is gargantuan. And some of those spells are fucking amazing. Cure Wounds, Healing Word, Bless, Bane, all these things are so amazing. You've got heals, you've got debuffs, and you've got buffs. Shield of Faith, buff up your person who's weak, or buff your tank even more. You know, it's some fantastic spells which the cleric gets access to, and you can pick and choose what you like. And clerics can prepare...
Quite versatile that way.
And also, depending on subclass you pick, at certain levels, you have already prepared spells. These spells are always ready for you to use. They don't count against your spells known or spells prepared. Those are always prepared for you. And like I said, we'll go through those when we hit the divine domains. But you can prepare up to as many spells as is your level plus your wisdom modifier. And most clerics are going to want to get that wisdom to 20 as soon as possible. So if you're a level 1 cleric with 20 wisdom, you can prepare 6 spells, which is huge. It means your arsenal is just massive for you to do whatever you wish. But that's your spell preparation. You also become a ritual caster, which is a fantastic thing to have. Because I believe only the druid, the wizard, and the cleric, and of course the artificer, are ritual casters. Which means certain spells you have access to have the ritual tag, which means you can cast them without expending a spell slot by spending the time. And it could be 10 minutes, or it could be, actually 10 minutes is what is required, plus the base of the spell itself. If it says one action, then it's 10 minutes plus 6 seconds. Essentially. So it's always good to be able to cast ritual spells, like either before a fight or after a fight. Just, you don't have to expend a spell slot. And plus, those ritual spells can be left off your prepared spell list. As long as they're on your spell list, you can still cast them, but only as a ritual, which is fantastic. Some ritual spells you get access to are insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Con, go ahead.
Well, so we're not touching the divine domain now, right?
Yeah, not just yet.
Not just yet. So at 2nd level, clerics and I think even Pallies also, it's called Channel Divinity for them also, right?
Yes. They don't get the Channel Divinity till 3rd level.
Till 3rd level, but for them, But clerics get Channel Divinity at 2nd level. And basically, at second level, you gain the ability to channel divine energy directly from your deity, using that energy to fuel magical effects. So here's another interesting thing in that sentence itself. Channel divine energy directly from your deity. So cleric here, like clerics are, I would say, the only class, like apart from like even warlocks. Yeah, warlocks have a pact of sorts. You could call that a divine connection if you want. But clerics are more of the, the typical divine connection, like a particular deity. You actually having a connection with your deity. Man, clerics can talk to gods, like, to talk to their deities and sometimes even gain their favor.
Yep.
Yeah. So channel divinity is a feature gained because of that. And you start with 2 effects. Turn undead and an effect determined by your domain. So what that means is each domain has a different effect that comes with it, like a different feature that comes with it, which we'll get into.
We'll definitely get into. Again, each subclass's channel divinity is very unique.
Yeah, and here's another thing. Some domains grant you additional effects as you advance in levels, as noted in the domain description. So that's, like we said, guys, be prepared. These guys, like clerics, are amazing. So, yeah, when you use your channel divinity, you choose which effect to create. You must then finish a short or long rest to use your channel divinity again. Some channel divinity effects require saving throws. When you use such an effect from this class, the DC equals your Cleric Spell save DC. And beginning at 6th level, you can use your channel divinity twice between rests, and again beginning at 18th level, again you can use it 3 times between rests. So when you finish a short or long rest, you regain all your expended uses,
which is nuts.
It's amazing. And like we said, like so the domains, like, play a big, like, role in the cleric class. Like the domain you pick is gonna choose your, like, the cool shit you get to do. And oh my god, some of the channel divinity stuff you get from domains is insane.
It's insane.
Oh my. And so now channel divinity turn undead. Remember, this comes with you regardless. This is there by default. This effect is there by default, like, to be precise about that. So as an action, you present your holy symbol and speak a prayer censuring the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Trust me, it comes in handy. A turned creature must spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. It's like, trust me, it's amazing.
Yeah, like this works on any undead unless the undead stat block says that it's immune to turn undead.
Yeah.
So you could
will mention that. Yeah.
You can turn a high level undead with this.
Ooh. Nothing. You just have to snap your finger the moment you see a fucking horde of zombies in front of you and just watch them.
They just instantly die.
Or trust me, they will fail that wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. Like if you get hit by a horde of 20 zombies, turn undead, they will all run as far as they can for a minute. So it's ridiculous.
It's too funny.
It's good fun. And that gets better as you level up as well. And we'll get to that in just a second.
Yeah.
The next thing you get is at 4th level, which again, most classes get, which is the ASI or ability score improvement. You can improve 1 skill by 2 or 2 skills by 1, or pick a feat for yourself if you have nothing to improve. And that's straightforward for most classes available. Now, 5th level, this is where your turn undead becomes extremely potent.
Yep.
When you hit 5th level, any undead creature which is a CR, which is Chad's rating, of course, of half or lower, is instantly destroyed. Instantly. If they fail the saving throw, they are instantly turned to ash and they are dead. Once again, if you're 5th level, you're up against skeletons or you're up against zombies, they fail their save, they are instantly destroyed. You can turn a potentially dangerous fight in one turn, end it. It's over. GG. Bye-bye. Fuck you. Don't pass go, don't collect $200, you're done. You're fucked. And those also improve as you level up. So at 8th level, it's CR1 or lower. At 11th level, it's CR2 or lower. At 14th level, 3 or lower. And 17th level, 4 or lower. Now, I'll admit, chances are most campaigns you're going to play will end about level 11, maybe 12 or 13.
Yeah.
Tier 4, like Tier 4 will start from 15th level, I guess. Tier 3 itself is also a bit sketch to get to, but it can happen. 17th is
Tier 3 is usually where you're ending game in most campaigns.
Yeah, most campaigns end by Tier 3. So the chances of you getting some of these amazing end game stuff is a little difficult. But that's Destroy Undead, which is part of your Turn Undead channel Divinity, which is fantastic. I recommend anyone, if you're playing a campaign full of undead, like my players in Curse of Strahd, use and abuse your Turn Undead because it can do wonders. I look at my players and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm not going to tell you how your character works. Read your damn sheet, figure it out. But yeah. Continue, Khan.
Yeah, and at 10th level, this is one of my favorites. Divine Intervention.
Oh my
God. Beginning at 10th level, you can call on your deity to intervene on your behalf when your need is great. Imploring your deity's aid requires you to use your action, describe the assistance you seek, and roll percentile die. If you roll a number equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. The DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. If your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. Otherwise, you can use it again after you finish a long rest. At 20th level, your call for intervention succeeds automatically.
Yeah.
No roll.
Yeah. Yeah. Divine Intervention, when it works, when it happens,
it's
phenomenal.
Yeah. So let's rewind. Let's rewind to what it is. So, like we were saying earlier, you do have a strong connection with your deity and pay attention to it. If you are playing a cleric currently and you're not paying attention to your deity or paying attention to your actions that could, hinder your connection with your deity, hey, who knows? One day you might just wake up and not be able to do anything.
No, actually, that's one thing we should talk about.
Yeah.
Because clerics have quote unquote borrowed power.
Yeah.
If you act out of your deity's alignment, I mean, like I was saying, so when it comes to paladins or clerics, as a DM, I strictly enforce alignment. Yeah. Mainly because if you are going to be an evil cleric and your deity is a lawful good god, why the fuck would they give you magic and abilities to use?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you don't get magic. Fuck off. You are now you're just a regular person who's extremely wise. It's just like, it's one of those, it's a very good way for you to make sure your players don't do stupid shit.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing, you don't have to be like, oh, so that means I have to choose a goody god. No, not at all.
Yeah, want to be an evil? Be an evil god. Pick an evil
god. Yeah, you can pick. And again, it's not necessarily like you're evil. You can choose gods that are all maybe trickery gods that are all about that, gods about deception, or gods who deal with darkness, or gods who deal with laughter, or and the power you attain from them will be of that essence of what they're all about and what their faith powers from. So say for example, if you follow the god of darkness, you're there's something that's affected you so much in your life that's probably got you to bond with this god, and you've got the attention of this god as well, and you'll have such a strong bond. It's crazy. So you don't have to be like, oh shit, that means I have to pick goody person if I want to play cleric. No,
not at all required.
So
play what you want, but have a good reason for it.
Yeah, have a good reason.
But Divine Intervention is a fantastic feature
It's
which
amazing.
any cleric
It's
should
amazing.
abuse it.
And here's the thing, like you have to hit that number. It's a very low number. Like the highest it's going to be is 20.
Actually,
Right? That's if you're level.
say
I mean,
19,
19, because at 20 it happens anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, 19, let's say. But you're not going. Most of the time, you're not making it that far. You're playing lower numbers. So
Yeah.
let's say at level 10 itself, you're a percentile die.
Yeah, 10%
That's a
chance.
D100.
Yeah, there's a 10% chance it's going to work.
Oof. But it's amazing when you see in games when it plays out. It's awesome because a deity intervenes. Like most of the times that I've seen it happen in game, and it's badass. It's fucking awesome. I mean, they can change the. Oh, I just can't think about, like, it's limitless, the possibilities.
Yeah, 100%. But again, like, see, remember, like, you just can't say kill this big bad boss for me.
No, and again, a DM won't allow you to do it because that's just boring.
Yeah.
That's you not being creative. A DM will let you probably kill the big bad using your deity, but in a creative manner.
Yeah, that,
Like
or
if you
say,
come up with something.
Yeah, like for example, I want it to be at half hit points, or remove its resistances, or something like that. Make the fight easier, but don't end the fight.
Or can you blind him for us?
Oh, yeah, blind him for the
Right?
next hour.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
Could be fun.
yeah.
There are a lot. I mean, this is like a pocket wish spell, but not as. I mean, wish will happen regardless.
Regardless.
Yeah, but
This
Divine
is left
Intervention
to chance. Divine
Intervention
Intervention is left to chance.
But
Yeah.
you can come up with some cool stuff. And like it also says that you can use a Cleric spell or a Cleric Domain spell. So I could just be like, I wish I cast True Polymorph on something.
Yeah.
True Polymorph.
That'll be insane.
Yeah. Turn that golem into a chair, and that's it.
Yeah.
You just walk away. Stuff like that. Like and the best part is, like it says, if they don't intervene, like say you fail the intervention, take a long rest, try again. But if it does intervene, then 7 days.
7 days.
Which is, I mean, in-game days, of course, not outside real game days, because you play once a week,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, that's essentially what. So that's basically the base, the bare minimum base of the cleric. Now,
Ooh, let's go.
we jump into the divine domains. Now, these are what make your cleric a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
So let's kick it off right out the gate. Knowledge domain, Khan, go for it.
So these guys actually, I think knowledge domain. I don't know. What do you think first of the knowledge domain? What's your opinion on them?
It's okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, I thought I was being a little harsh on them. Like for me, I always felt they were like the okay, like compared to the other one. So just a brief outline on what they're about. They're about, well, as it says, knowledge domain. So the spells you get will aid you with stuff like that. Like for example, let's just look at the domain spells itself. At first level, you get command and identify.
Command you already get. I think it's command you already get by default as a cleric.
Is it?
I believe so. I think command is a cleric spell. Let me. Okay, carry on. I'll just double check.
Yeah. And then third level you have augury and suggestion. Fifth you have non-detection, speak with dead. Seventh, arcane eye, confusion, and ninth level you get legend law and scrying. Now scrying you do get with couple of other subclasses as well.
Well, so here's the thing: command is a cleric spell.
Yeah, then why
augury is a cleric spell. Speak with dead is a cleric spell.
So
scrying
you see
a
what I'm
spell.
saying already?
Yeah.
Like
it gives you nothing unique, nothing fun.
Yeah. So the feature, blessings of knowledge, right? First level, you learn 2 languages of your choice. Fine. You also become proficient in your choice of 2 of the following skills: Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses either of those skills.
So essentially,
that's good.
It's just basic. It's basically expertise.
Expertise, exactly.
That's what you
exactly. And you're getting it at straight off. First level, you're getting it.
Yeah.
It's basically that. which is fine. Like having expertise, like say straight away something at first level to have double proficiency in religion or even something like Arcana is good.
I mean,
Pretty good.
Push come to shove, you can also just like multi-class knowledge domain with either an artificer or a wizard, and you're even better at what you want to do. Just take one level in this, and your wizard spell slots with healing spells. Go have fun.
True.
You can multi-class with this, should you wish to.
Possible. This could be that cleric subclass just for the sake of playing cleric, probably.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
I mean, in case
yeah.
you just want some healing spells,
Yeah.
just multi-class with a wizard and have fun with it.
Yeah. That would work.
Mainly because of the expertise you get with Arcana, history, nature, or religion, and you're constantly doing history and Arcana checks on whatever the fuck it is. So,
And the proficiency bonus is gonna keep stacking up and leveling up on its own.
yeah, so there you
that
go.
is gonna stack. Yeah. And so now coming to the channel divinity feature you gain from this domain, it's called Knowledge of the Ages. Starting at 2nd level, you can use your channel divinity to tap into a divine well of knowledge. As an action, you choose one skill or tool. For 10 minutes, you have proficiency with the chosen skill or tool.
Which is
Pretty
horrible.
good.
No, it's horrible. dude.
I mean, like for first level, I mean, early level stuff, it's okay.
No, but
Here's the thing: if you're taking it for something like as you said, a multi-class, this could be something you could use it.
made was only for 10 minutes, so that's the problem though, right? It's like I need to make a potion, it's going to take an hour to do. I can't make that potion if I lose a skill within 10 minutes.
True.
So it's not, it sounds great. And plus, like, say you go Phantom Rogue, you get to choose whatever you want and keep that shit. There's a trade-off, but you get to keep it. So, I'd say it's a mediocre channel divinity at best.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was saying from the start itself. It's not my favorite cleric domain at all.
It's not.
But
it's okay.
yeah. And at 6th level, you can use your channel divinity to read a creature's thoughts. You can then use your access to the creature's mind to command it. As an action, choose one creature that you can see within 60 feet of you. That creature must make a wisdom saving throw. And if the creature succeeds on the saving throw, you can't use this feature once on it again until you finish a long rest. It's actually pretty neat. But again, it comes in only at 6th level.
Yeah.
And yeah, if the creature fails its save, you can read its surface thoughts, those foremost in its mind, reflecting its current emotions and what it is actively thinking about when it is within 60 feet of you. This effect lasts for 1 minute. During that time, you can use your action to end this effect and cast the suggestion spell on the creature without expending a spell slot. The target automatically fails its saving throw against the spell. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'd sooner just throw suggestion out and just walk away.
Yeah, I'll just do suggestion itself
Yeah,
straight off instead of using channel divinity for it.
Yeah, like I'd rather use my channel divinity for something else, like turn undead or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, the channel divinity options to the knowledge domain is
Mediocre.
It's But yeah, the knowledge domain sounds good, but then you look at it and you're just like, No, again, like remember, we are looking at this purely from a mechanical perspective. Anybody can roleplay this stuff, no problem.
Yeah.
You want to be that nerdy cleric who wants to learn all about holy relics or information about magic items related to a deity. By all means, go for it. There are just better domains which are more suited for a team combat situation.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather have the next spell, the next domain we're going to talk about as my as a cleric on my team. But anyway, carry on. But carry on.
Yeah. And so at 8th level, you gain a feature called Potent Spellcasting, which is awesome.
That's good.
So starting at 8th level, you add your Wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with any cleric cantrip. So imagine those 2d12s from your Toll the Dead or the 2d8s from your Sacred Flame plus Yo,
wisdom modifier.
oh, it's nutty.
By that level,
Free
you have a
damage.
+5. Yeah, it's +5.
Yeah. Your DC is also gone up for your save also. So
Yeah.
it's pretty easy for you to get that free damage. Trust me, guys. I've killed a lictor with free Toll the Dead damage.
Yeah.
I'm living proof. Rather, my boy Honey is living proof
Toll the
that
Dead.
cantrips can win.
Oh yeah. I mean, any class cantrips after a point start doing double damage.
I'm a little scared. I think Shiv is going to find a way to block my Toll the Dead in game.
I mean, if they target's immune to necrotic damage, then yeah, you're done, son.
Yeah. But then I turn to Sacred Flame. So yeah, free damage cantrips. Coming back to the whole deal about choosing your cantrip. Yeah, there you go.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then at 17th level, you gain a feature called Visions of the Past. So you can call upon visions of the past that relate to an object you hold or your immediate surroundings. You spend at least 1 minute in meditations and prayer, then receive dreamlike, shadowy glimpses of recent events. You can mediate in this way for a number of minutes equal to your wisdom modifier and must maintain concentration during that time, as if you were casting a spell. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest.
This should have been the channel divinity.
Should have been. I think they could have reworked it in a way where, maybe nerf it a little or something. But I don't even think it needs nerfing also, honestly.
Yeah, because I mean, look at this Vision of the Past, exactly what it says, right? This, for a knowledge domain cleric, this
makes
should be a
sense
channel
also
divinity
for it to be the channel. Yeah,
Exactly.
It makes sense for it to be that. Okay, so you're the dude who can look and go through the past of some mob. Imagine that.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
But you're getting this only at 17th level. So
Which chances of you getting
sucks.
to this level? No chance.
It sucks. You're not going to be the knowledge cleric. What?
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of sad.
Your wizard or artificer will be way ahead of you in everything you do here. Knowledge domain, no.
My advice: don't play the domain, guys.
No.
Just there are better. You'll see.
Yeah.
But here are the the sub features of Visions of the Past. So object reading. Holding an object as you meditate, you can see visions of the object's previous owner. After meditating for 1 minute, you learn how the owner acquired and lost the object, as well as the most recent significant event involving the object and how that owner and involving the object and that owner. Sorry, my bad. If the object was owned by another creature in the recent past, within a number of days equal to your wisdom modifier, you can spend 1 additional minute for each owner to learn the same information about that creature.
It sounds amazing.
It's amazing. Yeah. But sadly, very late game for a lot of it. And then area reading. So again, as you meditate, you see visions of recent events in your immediate vicinity. So it's so cool. Damn it. A room, a street, tunnel, clearing, or the like, up to a 50-foot cube, going back a number of days equal to your wisdom modifier. For each minute you meditate, you learn about 1 significant event beginning with the most recent. Significant events typically involve powerful emotions such as battles and betrayals, marriages and murders, births and funerals. However, they might also include more mundane events that are nevertheless important in your current situation.
This should have been channel divinity.
It should have been.
This should be a channel divinity. It's so good.
Should have been.
But it comes so late in the game that nobody's going to give a shit.
Yeah.
It's terrible. If this was your channel divinity, I'll be like, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
Mainly because also knowledge domain clerics also can identify. So you identify the item, it's X number, and then you use channel divinity to figure out where this came from, whose is it, blah 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 blah. Would have been great. And then had a better capstone feature, like say for example, instead of giving us spells which are already on the cleric spell list, give us wizard spells, which clerics don't get. Like you get fireball. Sorry, not fireball, sorry, firebolt. Or you gain something more interesting.
I honestly, if anyone in any of my games wanted to play a knowledge cleric for some reason, I'd homebrew it.
100%.
I'd make Visions of the Past the second, channel Divinity feat, like the one you get at 6th level. Make it that. And, as you said, even their spell list also just change it for them. Take something a little more better for them.
Yeah,
which would suit the domain also.
Yeah, something a little more interesting than fucking
Command,
non-detection.
it does not suit knowledge domain. What are you commanding? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
you're supposed to be the nerdy boy.
Yeah, and you get command by
You're not
default as
bothered
a cleric anyway. So
yeah.
why even?
Yeah.
But now, moving on to easily, like this, everyone looks at this domain and thinks, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, no. You do not understand. The life domain. This is one of the top tier clerics classes, subclasses in the game, and the reason is simple. One, you become a dedicated healer. You are a heal bot. Nothing wrong with that because you can keep your people alive better than anybody else.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Now here's the thing: all their spells that they have access to are available to clerics by default. However, the spells themselves are what make them amazing. Because remember, these domain spells are always prepared on your list, which means you can prepare other spells instead. So start it right off. First level, you gain Bless and Cure Wounds. Cure Wounds is ridiculous. It's a fantastic healing spell. Walk up to a dude, smack him on the ass and go, you are healed for 1d8 plus my wisdom modifier.
Yep.
That's great healing. Bless, one of the best buffs in the game. This thing scales so well into the late game. You get to add a 1d4 to your attack rolls and your saving throws, which is gargantuan, especially when you have disadvantage on something. If you are blessed with Bless, you get to add a d4 to whatever you're going to do. If you say you hit a target, you are just below the AC. Roll that d4, you immediately hit. It's ridiculous. Bless is one of the best spells in the game. Anybody who is anybody, if you have access to Bless, use it. It's amazing. Third level, Lesser Restoration and Spiritual fucking Weapon. Spiritual Weapon is without doubt one of the best spells in the game because one, you summon a spiritual weapon of your choice, whatever you want it to look like. It could be a golem, it could be an axe, it could be your dead father, whatever you want. It takes whatever shape you want and it beats people with force damage. And force damage is a damage type rarely resisted by many things, which is why Eldritch Blast is so good, but that's for warlocks. We'll get to that then later. And Spiritual Weapon doesn't require concentration. That's the best part about this.
It's a bonus action.
And the thing stays up until the time is over or until you would go unconscious. Essentially, on your bonus action, if you have nowhere to heal, smack somebody with this thing.
Yeah, and here's a combo. Spiritual Weapon, hit that guy. After that action, toll the dead on him. He's taken damage, and if he fails to save, you roll that d12, buddy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Enjoy.
Good fun. Then at 5th level, Beacon of Hope and Revivify. Revivify, of course, is a fantastic spell.
Oh, clutch.
Super clutch. If someone drops in the middle of combat, one action, bring them back to life.
Yeah.
But you have to do it within, 60 seconds? No, what was it? A minute.
Within a day.
Is it within a day?
Within a day, I think.
Within
an hour. Within an hour.
Within an hour,
I think it was.
Within an hour of them dying, you can bring them back to life if you have 300
Let me
gold
just
worth of
double check
diamonds.
that.
If you don't mind, just double check that.
Yeah.
If you have 300 gold worth of diamonds on you, and you can cast a spell and bring someone back to life. Then you get Death Ward and Guardian of Faith. Death Ward, of course, again, fantastic, great spells. Mass Cure Wounds, which is fantastic.
Ooh, that's clutch.
This one is a ranged spell, so you can just like go, I heal everybody for, 1d8 plus 5?
Around that, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so 1d8.
Picking up on this.
Yeah, Mass Cure Wounds is fantastic. It's a great spell. Everyone's far away from you. 60 feet range. I heal everybody. Good to go.
A creature that has died within the last minute.
Last minute. So within the minute, you need to bring them back to life.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Raise Dead, which could be a fun spell for you to use as well. What makes this great, though, is your bonus proficiency. Life Domain Clerics gain access to heavy armor, which is gargantuan. You get to have chainmail right at the gate, and because you're a cleric, you also get a shield. So with chainmail, your base armor class is 16 plus the shield 18. At level 1, you are extremely tanky and hard to hit.
Yep.
Which means you are more capable of keeping up your bless or whatever other concentration spell you want to use. Which is fantastic.
Yep.
It's great. Having heavy armor proficiency is huge, without question. Then we come into what I would think is the main reason you pick a life domain cleric.
Oh yeah, I love it.
The Disciple of Life feature. When you start at first level, your healing spells are more effective. Whenever you use a spell of first level or higher to restore hit points to a creature, the creature gains additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. So if I cast a healing word at you, which is a 1d4 plus my wisdom modifier, I get to make that, and if I'm a first level cleric, I get to make that +3 again on top of
Plus
that.
3, yep.
So it heals even more. Life Domain is the best healer in the game, and it is so good. And also because you have access to all these amazing cleric spells, which are buffs and heals, all that kind of stuff, you get to have your prepared spells with other options to keep ready to go. Like with this setup, I've got Blessing Cure Wounds ready. I can prepare Guiding Bolt, Inflict Wounds, and fucking Healing Word.
Healing word, yeah.
And because of my heavy armor, I can wade to the middle of battle and smack somebody with my mace and use Inflict Wounds on them. So they take 3d8 necrotic damage, which at level 1 kills nearly everything.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Disciple of Life is fantastic.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's a great subclass. Then comes to the channel Divinity, Preserve Life. This thing is nuts. Starting at second level, you can use your channel Divinity to heal the badly injured. As an action, you present your holy symbol and evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. If you are level 5, you have a healing pool of 25. Choose any creatures within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points among them. And this feature can restore a creature to no more than half of its hit point maximum, which is fine.
Yeah.
And you can't use this feature on an undead or a construct. So those of you who want to play undead player characters, get fucked. Sorry.
Yeah, no, but this channel Divinity is one of my favorites. Man, it saved our party so many times. My God.
I know, here's the thing also. Because remember, clerics get their channel DPTs back on a short rest.
After short rest, exactly. So what I used to do was, before the short rest, use this, heal everyone so we're good before the short rest itself. After the short rest, everyone rolls hit dice. Okay, do we need another boost? I'll do another boost if we need one. Because by the end of the short rest, you get back that point. So you could expend it again and heal people some more if you want. Yeah.
Awesome. The only issue is it says the feature can't restore a creature to more than half of its hit point maximum.
More than half? Yeah,
but
sure.
I don't care.
Yeah, no.
I'd waive that off.
It just comes in clutch.
Yeah, just getting back up to half itself is ridiculous. After a brutal
It's ridiculous.
Fight.
Yeah.
Like say your second level or your fifth level, you're out of hit dice. Short rest, heal.
Yeah.
You're good.
And you can split those points however you want.
Yeah.
You can give, supposing you see someone more injured than the rest of y'all, then probably you can be, okay, 3 of us will just take 2 points each and he gets 10.
Yeah.
He looks almost dead.
Yeah, may as well give it to him. Yeah. And you can choose
Yeah.
how you want to do it, how you want to spread it across. The pool, of course,
Yeah.
like I said, it increases to 5 times your cleric level. So at level 1, it's 5 healing.
Yeah.
But as
at
it gets better,
low levels, it doesn't probably play out all that much also.
Yeah, it
but
doesn't, yeah.
later, oh my God.
Late levels, it's
Imagine at 7th level now, you have 35 hit points to play with. That's huge.
pretty cool. Pretty fucking cool. And you can middle of battle as well. As action, all of you heal.
Yeah.
Got hit by fireball, heal. Then at 6th level, you gain Blessed Healer. The healing spells cast on others heal you as well.
Yeah.
They cast it When you cast a spell of first level or higher that restores hit points to a creature other than you, you regain 2 plus the spell's level. So basically, it's a Disciple of Life coming right back to you. You heal somebody, you heal as well, which is fantastic for everyone involved. It's a feels good moment. This is great.
Yeah.
Then at 8th level, you gain Divine Strike. At 8th level, you gain the ability to infuse your strikes with divine energy. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the attack to deal 1d8 extra radiant damage to the target. When you hit level 14, the extra damage becomes a 2d8 radiant damage. It's always good. It's not often you're in the middle of combat. So it's like, for example, say you gain martial proficiency and you pick up a bow. You can shoot a bow and do divine damage.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Again, up to you how you want to do this.
Yeah.
But that's Divine Strike. And then finally, the Capstone feature for the Life Domain Cleric is Supreme Healing. At 17th level, when you would normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points with a spell, you can instead use the highest number possible for each die. So, if I am going to heal you for, say I'm going to cast, so at 70 level you have one 9 level slot, whatever. I'm going to use Mass Cure Wounds. Mass Cure Wounds is a 1d8, yes? If I remember correctly?
Yeah, 1d8,
Yeah, I can immediately go, everyone gets 8 plus my wisdom modifier by default.
Yeah, and if you're upcasting it at 4th or 5th level, man.
Yeah, it's chunk of healing. The chunk of healing for everybody.
Yeah.
Immediately you get
because immediately at 4th level, if you cast mass healing at mass healing is a 3rd level spell. Mass healing, right? If I remember correctly.
No, 5th level spell.
Is it 5th?
I think it's 5th.
I thought mass cure wounds is 5th.
Oh, mass healing word is 4th. Yeah, 4th. Mass healing
4th. Yeah. So imagine doing it at 5th level. You immediately get that 2d8s. Bloody hell, that's 16.
That's nuts. You heal people instantly for 16 plus your wisdom modifier.
And that's bonus action. So you can do that. And if you find people, like, say, your higher levels up and you're like, we can still take more. Like, there's a lot more till we reach our half hit point, like, a cap. Use a channel divinity. Use your healing pool. Send it out.
It's ridiculous.
That's an action. It's awesome.
You keep people. Your job is to keep people alive.
Yeah.
And you do it better than anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody can out-heal a Life Domain Cleric.
Oh, yeah. And the damage you do also is potent. It's not like you lack in damage when you actually do damage.
Oh, yeah.
You do good damage.
Clerics hurt a lot. Especially when you have stuff like Divine Intervention and Turn Undead and all that stuff. It's just crazy.
Man, I'll call my god on your ass. What you gonna do?
Yeah. Sky Daddy
help me! What you want?
Yeah. Sky Daddy gonna smack you now, bitch. You're done. Clerics are nuts. Clerics are fucking nuts. And Life Domain, best healer in the game. So good. Heavy armor. If you've got what you need maxed up, grab some feats, become even more potent. It's nuts. Moving on to the next domain.
Ooh, Light Domain. These guys are pretty cool.
The blaster of the clerics.
Yeah. Blaster is actually correct only for them. So these guys, let's first look at their domain spells. So at first level, they get Burning Hands and Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire is huge.
Beautiful spells. For example, Fairy Fire, I think it's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
20-foot cube. And you cast this cube within a 30-foot range. I think it's got a 30-foot range.
I think it's...
If I'm not... Or is it 60?
I think it's 60.
We'll have to double check on that. But what you cast this cube, you cast it in a particular spot within your range. And any creatures within this cube, now they'll have to make a dexterity saving throw. And if they fail, these guys are lit up. And you can play with it how you want. You can be like, you suddenly see all of them lit up in like fairy dust. Or they're all suddenly pulsating and glowing or whatever. And basically, you and your allies now have advantage on attacks on them. And they can't go invisible.
Yeah. and if they were invisible within the range of the casting,
Oh, they come
immediately
back.
become invisible.
They come back.
They become visible.
They come
immediately.
back.
And it's ridiculous. Advantage, I mean, your job is to debuff them and let your allies go.
Exactly.
Let's go. Rogues, barbarians, paladins, rangers. Have fun beating the shit out of somebody who cannot run from you.
Oh yeah.
Fairy Fire is super clutch. Burning Hands also great. Dexterity saving throw. 15 foot.
Yeah, 15 foot cone.
And fire damage. Great first level
amazing spells.
So this is what I'm saying. This is the first domain that gives you spells outside of the cleric spell list, which is great. Anyway,
and it's gonna get fiery.
Oh, super fiery.
Full pun intended. And at third level, you get Flaming Sphere and
Great
Scorching Ray. Beautiful
Fantastic
spells.
Fantastic.
Both. These are full offensive spells.
Amazing.
Fifth level, Daylight and Fireball.
Fireball.
Okay, fine. Certain situations actually can come in play.
Yeah.
Like, for example, vampires, fucking Daylight on motherfuckers.
Yeah,
They won't like it.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Fireball.
That's the one we're talking about.
Clerics get fireball.
So you can heal, and at the same time you can cast Fireball. You wanted to play a wizard, you said, and you'll just watch your player. Like I'm just saying, when you just suggest this to your player, if someone says they just want to play someone for Fireball, give them this.
Yeah, go play fireball.
Here, play light
So
domain cleric. You'll heal, Fireball, everything's good. You're fine.
Yeah, it's very good.
7th level. Look at this, Guardian of Faith, Wall of Fire.
Wall of fire.
Wall of Fire.
Great spell.
Oh,
Great
that's amazing. 9th level, Flame Strike, and well, Scrying, of course, I think you get with a couple of other domains. Is it part of the cleric spell list?
I believe so. I think Scrying is part of
It's
it.
the main thing. Yeah, I think it is part of the thing. But Scrying again is amazing. Flame Strike also is good, but Fireball. I mean, your highlight is gonna be Fireball. Trust me.
Yeah. Scrying,
And-
Scrying is the cleric spell, yeah.
Yeah, super.
I mean, nothing
So-
wrong with that. Great spell.
Nothing wrong with it. Like I said, Scrying can come in. So for people who don't know, Scrying is a spell where, say for example, you've come across a foe or you've met someone and you're a little suspicious of them, or for some reason you want to spy on them but not physically be there. That's what Scrying lets you do. And you can do this. Does it go across planes?
No.
I'm
Same
trying
plane,
to
same plane.
Scrying does it. No, same plane. Yeah,
Same
Scrying, you can't go across planes. But a creature in the same plane, you can basically... The creature would have to make a wisdom saving throw. But if they fail, you kind of like sneakily have a glimpse at what they're doing in the moment.
Yeah.
You can know where they are. Depends on how the DM plays it out. Even if they fail the save and the spell is in effect, the DMs usually they'll either make you like, okay, roll a perception check to see actually what you notice, like, or whatever. But you get to spy on someone without actually being there.
Yeah. It can be
It's
huge.
not many classes that can do that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's
also,
amazing.
DMs use this to freak out your players.
oh yeah,
It's so
oh
good.
yeah, it's good.
There are moments where I would be like, do wisdom saving throw for me. They're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Fucking
that-
nonsense.
And then I'll be like, okay, carry on. Immediately, it freaks them the fuck out. It's so good.
It's
DMs,
amazing, it's
DMs
amazing.
abuse the shit out of it. It's so good.
Yeah. So, carrying on with the light domain spell, at first level, you have a bonus cantrip. When you choose this domain at first level, you gain the light cantrip if you don't already know it. So, you get to choose the number of cantrips you would regularly choose as a cleric from the cantrip list. And you also get the light cantrip, which is, trust me, it'll come in handy.
Yeah, light is
Especially
actually-
even if you're playing a race that doesn't have dark vision or something and you're wandering off into some dark spot, you want light.
Yeah, light is good. Light
It
is a
just
very good
comes
spell.
there for you. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And the next feature, warding flare. Oof,
This one.
it's awesome.
It's good.
So at first level, you can interpose divine light between yourself and an attacking enemy. When you are attacked by a creature within 30 feet of you that you can see, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, causing light to flare before the attacker before it hits or misses. An attacker that can't be blind is immune to this feature. Trust me, guys, I've seen this in action. I'm thinking of Shiv's, what was that fucking, what was the name? Bolt. Bolt. Yeah, she would use this all the time, and oh my god, it would piss off Adi so much. I'm like, no, why?
So I think Khan got a little mixed up. So basically, what it does, it gives the enemy attacker a disadvantage on their attack rolls.
Yeah. But what did I say?
I have no idea what you said, which is why I was like, wait, what? You said something, and I was like, wait,
shit.
Hold on.
God damn.
I was like, let me clear this up before we continue.
So guys, you get rather the enemy gets disadvantage on their attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is huge.
That's how you know.
Yeah. And you can use
and it's a
equal to
creature
your
within 30 feet of you. So it's not necessarily they have to be within 5 feet immediately or anything. It's like 30 feet. That's awesome. So a ranged character hitting you, fucking fire that shit in his face. Yeah. And you can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, a minimum of once. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Oh, this is a bonus feature. It's not part. This is like the Disciple of Life.
Exactly. And now coming to the channel divinity you gain from this domain, Radiance of the Dawn. Pretty cool feature. You can use your channel divinity to harness sunlight, banishing darkness and dealing radiant damage to your foes. As an action, you present your holy symbol and any magical darkness within 30 feet of you is dispelled. Additionally, each hostile creature within 30 feet of you can make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level on a failed saving throw and half as much damage on a successful one. A creature that has total cover from you is not affected. Beautiful spell.
Yep. If you're ever in the Underdark,
beautiful channel divinity.
Yeah, if you're ever in the Underdark and you're facing up against a drow, use this shit.
Paul, let's do a one-shot with light domains all running around, trapped in the Underdark.
Flashbangs. This is basically a flashbang.
Just they don't have spell slots. They just have 2 channel divinities each. How do they survive?
That'll be nuts, dude.
But brilliant spell, guys. Trust me, this can come clutch. Yeah. I feel at least. Like, it doesn't sound crazy and all. Like, you're just like it sounds like, oh, it's just bright light. But trust me, it will come really nice. Besides, like, imagine if they're vampires. They're gonna be affected even further, like, because they're fucking vampires.
Yeah.
And it's radiant light, sunlight
it
coming.
Burns them. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Good fun.
Yeah. And then at 6th level, you get Improved Flare. You can also use your Warding Flare feature when a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you attacks a creature other than you. Yeah. So this just buffs Warding Flare. Like I said earlier, it's brilliant, and now it just becomes even more awesome. You see a buddy getting shot, like, hey, no! Fire Flare on whoever's attacking your buddy. Woo! Man, I think I need to make a light domain cleric at some point. Yeah, I think
they're good fun. Good fun.
Yeah. And potent spell casting again at 8th level. I think all the domains get it, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, no. The life domain gets divine strikes.
Divine strikes. Correct. Some of them get divine strikes. Some of them get this. Correct. Yeah. This is why I don't have it with Zerja. She gets divine strikes. Yeah. Right. So potent spell casting, again, a reminder, it's adding your wisdom modifier to damage you deal with any cleric cantrip. And then at 17th level, you get Corona of Light. Very apt for the times. Yeah. You can use your action to activate. Sorry, I don't know why it's making me laugh when I say that. You can use your action to activate an aura of sunlight that lasts for 1 minute or until you dismiss it using another action. You emit bright light in a 60-foot radius and dim light 30 feet beyond that. Your enemies in the bright light have disadvantage on saving throws against any spell that deals fire or radiant damage.
Fireball them.
Fireball.
Wall of fire them. Fairy fire. Actually, fairy fire is making damage. Whatever. My point is, you have a shit ton of stuff you can do.
Oh my god.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, I think, I'm after going through it again now after a while, I think I might make a light domain. My next cleric, whenever I choose play one, might just be light domain. It's pretty cool.
Like I would say this cleric class, like if you're playing in an undead campaign, this class is amazing.
Yeah.
This class is fucking amazing. Light domain is stupid good. Radiant damage out the wazoo, blinding
Maybe
people,
whenever
flashbang.
we decided to go back to COS.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why the fuck not? Yeah. Okay, guys, keep in mind there are a lot of subclasses for clerics.
Oh,
in
a lot.
this, so
A lot.
bear with us.
Yes.
But that's light domain. Moving on to the next one, the nature domain cleric. Now, this one.
Okay. Again, it's one of those
Yeah.
filler classes.
Yeah, it's not.
If you want to
really-
take a, like as Paul said earlier, if you want to multi-class with a cleric just for the sake of having healing spells, then you could take this domain because, like.
Yeah, I mean, if you want like nature domain, mix it up with druid and go have fun.
Yeah. There you go.
So, nature domain. Out the gate, first level, you gain animal friendship and, speak with animals. Potentially very useful. Like I think everyone says like, oh, I'm gonna get my friends with an animal and whatever. I'm like, sure, but the application that it can have is actually quite far-reaching. Of course, it all comes down to the discretion of your DM as well.
Yeah.
But it can actually be really, really potent. Should be used correctly.
Oh yeah.
So that's your first level spell. At third level, you get access to bark skin and spike growth, which not great.
They're okay. Yeah.
I mean, bark skin is pointless because you gain heavy armor proficiency. So why would you? Spike growth, however, that can be huge.
Yeah.
Spike growth with someone who casts grease on that shit, bruh. You've got a shredder waiting for anybody who walks over some shit.
Oh yeah.
And then fifth level, plant growth and wind wall. Again, decent spells, pretty good.
Yeah.
Seventh level, dominate beast and grasping vines. Again, I guess I can still mention like something like, say if you're gonna play Tomb of Annihilation or something like that. This could be a fantastic domain to play with.
Oh yeah.
So if you're planning to play a nature domain cleric, talk to your DM about what you might face. Because some DMs are gonna be like, you won't be doing much in this campaign if you go with this. May I suggest a different domain? Whatever it is. But the nature domain, not bad by any means, but its spell list it's okay. And then at 9th level, you gain Insect Plague and Tree Strike. Potentially useful, potentially good. But yeah, most of these spells are technically the Druid spell list. So multi-class with Druid, have fun. So, at first level, Acolyte of Nature is your first feature. At first level, you learn one Druid cantrip of your choice. And you also gain proficiency in one of the following skills of your choice: Animal Handling, Nature, or Survival. Bonus Proficiency. Also at first level, you gain proficiency with Heavy Armor. If you're going this, you gain one cantrip from the Druid class, Shillelagh. You are definitely picking up Shillelagh.
Oh yeah.
100% Shillelagh. Because you already have a shield, you have heavy armor, Shillelagh, motherfucker. End of story. You pick nothing else but goddamn Shillelagh. Alright? Your channel Divinity. Charm animals and plants. Starting at second level, you can use your channel Divinity to charm animals and plants. Straightforward. As an action, you present your holy symbol and invoke the name of your deity. Chances are you're picking Sylvanas or some other nature-based deity. Each beast or plant creature that can see you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails its saving throw, it is charmed by you for 1 minute or until it takes damage. While it's charmed by you, it is friendly to you and other creatures that you designate. If you are surrounded by a bunch of beasts, they're your friends now.
Yep.
But for a minute.
Yeah.
Which is not great. I mean, you can end a combat. Like you're surrounded by a bunch of dire wolves. Immediately go, you are friendly. Please go away. And they'll leave you and go. So immediately you avoid a whole combat encounter. Not great. I wish the charm was a little longer. Would have been a little more interesting. But 1 minute, again, it's more of a, I say it's more combat centric than it is in anything else. Which is, it's okay. Then we come to 6th level, Dampen Elements. When you or a creature within 30 feet of you takes acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, you can use your reaction to grant resistance to the creature against that instance of damage. Potentially clutch.
Quite clutch.
However,
can come in handy.
Only one creature though. Which is kind of sad. So if there's a fireball happening, I'd like to save my entire party. Giving one person fire resistance is like, cool. You know what I mean, right? It's just like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
And especially at that level, you'd want, like, it feels right to be able to do it for more people than just one.
Yeah. Like
sure, if it was something that came at 2nd level or 3rd level, okay, fine, one person went. But this you're getting at 6th level, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd say creatures equal to your wisdom modifier.
Fair enough. Enough.
I mean, if you want to make it worthwhile, then I'd say that.
Yeah. It's like what we do with breath weapon, basically.
Yeah. Then Divine Strike, just like the Life Domain Cleric, you do extra, but at this time, you get to choose your damage type. You do cold, fire, or lightning damage. Up to you. Targets weak to fire, use fire. They're resistant to fire, use cold. Whatever you wish. But you get to choose between cold, fire, lightning as your damage for your Divine Strikes, which is great. So immediately you've got your shield, heavy armor, shillelagh, and then add whatever damage you want on top of that. With cold, fire, or lightning. Up to you. And then and of course the damage increases at 14th level to an extra 2d8 as opposed to 1d8 when you first get it at 8th level. And finally the Capstone feature, Master of Nature. At 17th level, you gain the ability to command animals and plant creatures. While creatures are charmed by your charm animals and wild plants, which is your channel Divinity, you can take a bonus action on your turn to verbally command what each of those creatures will do on its next turn. I wish this was not at level 17. I wish this was...
Yeah. This is very similar to Knowledge Domain. I mean, it's kind of sad.
Mainly because, see, at level 17, you're not going to face a whole lot of beasts.
Nope.
Plants, sure.
You're not going to be bothered controlling them. You have...
Yeah.
You'll definitely have much more things to do.
Yeah. You're standing on grass. Grass, attack him. Grass. Yeah, they can't do shit. It's so situational. Like if you got vines and stuff around you, great. Use your vines to restrain people. Could be fun. But again, this domain is so niche in its usage. You need to be in the correct campaign for this thing to even shine. Otherwise, you're just a cleric with druid spells, which is not great. It's just mediocre at best.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend it. But if you're doing a jungle campaign, this is fantastic.
Yeah, then this will
this will
definitely
shine.
come in handy.
Oh, it'll shine so well. It'll do so well. Moving on to the fucking next domain is nuts.
Woo! The Tempest Domain, another badass domain. So Tempest Domain.
Yes. Tempest Domain, yes, Macha. Let's go.
So, Tempest Domain. So, the Tempest Domain, let's look at their spells. So, at first level, Fog Cloud, Thunder Wave. Brilliant spells. Fog Cloud, for those who don't know, I think it's a 20-foot circle?
I believe.
20 or 25 foot.
I'll double check.
Something around that. So, and basically, is what you say. You create a fog there, a cloud of fog around there, and targets in there can't see outside, and targets outside can't see anyone inside. And targets inside, if let's say they're trying to fight each other, they have to do so, quite difficultly. It's quite fun. I mean, say, you're suddenly ambushed by a bunch of guys, but they fucked up and they grouped up. Fog cloud their asses. So that gives you guys at least a turn to position and then ambush them or whatever. Play it out. Yep. Brilliant spell.
Great.
Thunder Wave also
Fantastic.
nice. It's a fun spell. Again, can can be quite harmful to your party. Also, be a little careful.
How you use it,
We've
yeah.
seen some chaotic uses of Thunder Wave. It's quite fun. And at third level, you get Gust of Wind, Shatter.
Shatter. Fantastic spell. I mean, if you're infiltrating something, don't use Shatter. But if not,
yeah.
have fun.
Yeah. Fifth level, Call Lightning.
Fantastic.
Sleet Storm. Man, that spell I've seen do some really cool shit. Trust me, guys. Sleet Storm, brilliant.
Good spell.
Seventh level, Control Water, Ice Storm.
Very good.
Oh, I love them.
Very good.
Ninth level, Destructive Wave and Insect Plague.
Which is weird. Insect Plague is on this spell list.
It's weird, but
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I see the theme. It's area effects, of sorts.
But Insect Plague.
With sort. Yeah, whatever. But I mean, the others that come with it, apart from Insect Plague, are all good spells, dude.
Yeah, 100%. Fantastic spell list.
And for your bonus proficiencies, you gain proficiency with martial weapons and heavy armor.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
good. So good.
I mean, you'll see why. I mean, these guys are all about actually being upfront and kicking some ass also with your weapon. So, Wrath of Storm, the feature you get at first level, you can thunderously rebuke attackers. I love that. When a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause a creature to make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage, well, your choice, your deity, whatever it is, on a failed saving throw, and half as much damage on a successful one. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, again, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
This combos well with Channel Divinity.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the Channel Divinity, Destructive Wrath. You can use your Channel Divinity to wield the power of the storm with unchecked ferocity. When you roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use your Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling.
Yeah. Honestly, personally, third level. No, say fifth level.
Yeah.
Instead of Sleet Storm, actually, no, instead of Call Lightning, Lightning Bolt would have been better, I think.
Yeah, sure.
But then, I mean, Call Lightning, 10-foot radius, it's fine. But a 60-foot line of lightning, it's positioning thing, but pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
But
pretty
yeah,
good.
you do max damage with Thunder or Lightning.
Max damage.
And some of those
Imagine
lightning
if
spells,
you
thunder
crit
spells.
on an attack.
Yeah.
And oh my god.
I mean, max level Shatter, bro. Fifth level Shatter, max damage.
Oh my god.
Just does
so much. And again, see, it just says when you roll lightning or thunder damage, guys. So it doesn't, that leaves, it's open. It's a sea of possibility. Okay, it's amazing.
It's really
And yeah, and at 6th level, you get Thunderbolt Strike. When you deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, you can also push it up to 10 feet away from you. This is, I guess, where you combo with your Call Lightning and stuff. You know, you could
Throw them
probably
off a
do
cliff.
stuff like that. Throw them off, yeah. Badass, dude. Pretty cool.
And the best part, there's no save. There's
no
no
save. You just kick them off. That's all. You push it. It's done.
Bye, Felicia.
I mean, think of it. Tempest Domain. So to look how I would flavor Tempest Domain is I'd go for the cliche fucking thing, dude. A guy who's probably a hardcore Thor fucking fan, who lived his his every breath to the way of Thor, and that's why he can do cool shit like this.
Speaking of
Fucking
Thor,
Tempest Domain.
we'll come to that in just a second. You'll see why.
Oh, yes. So at 8th level, you get Divine Strike. Again, it's the same thing, and on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can cause the attacks to deal an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target. And again, that scales up at 14th level and the damage goes up to 2d8. And then finally at 17th level, you get Stormborn. You have a flying speed equal to your current walking speed whenever you are not underground or indoors. You just fly into the air, my friend.
Fly into the air, far from everybody else. Call on lightning on motherfuckers. Channel your divinity, max damage.
Yeah, channel divinity, max damage on his ass, and then
You become
push
Thor.
him.
You literally become Thor.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Pretty fucking
It's
cool.
pretty cool. So if you want to play that cleric who's up front, Tempest.
Tempest is awesome.
Tempest. Oof. You're
Tempest
gonna be
Domain,
do so much.
Yeah, because heavy
So much
armor,
juggle
martial-
potential, dude.
Yeah.
Between Thunderwave and your what you call it, Destructive Wrath. I mean, not
Thunderbolt strike.
what's the other Thunderbolt strike? Oof.
Have fun. Displacing people all over the place. Knock them off a cliff. Throw them into a wall. Whatever you want. Good fun.
Yeah. But that's the Tempest Domain.
I think we're coming near the end.
I think that
yeah,
is-
two more.
Yeah, two more. Oh,
more to
two
go.
good ones.
Okay, next up is the Trickery Domain.
I love that one.
This spell list is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So at first level you gain Charm Person and Disguise Self. Again, two spells which are not on the Cleric spell list. And they're very good. Disguise Self is great for infiltration, all that kind of good stuff. Charm Person, of course, you can charm a person and make them be your friend, and you gain advantage on any interaction you have with them. Which is
Gets
great.
better.
It gets good. Then third level, you get access to Mirror Image and pass without a trace.
Oh,
Mirror Image. Mirror Image is a
Clutch.
fantastic spell.
Especially
Spellcasters,
for a cleric. Ooh.
any spellcaster, if you have access to Mirror Image, grab that motherfucker. You will be even harder to hit, which is great. The only thing that can hit you without you having to roll your Mirror Image is AoE spells.
Yeah.
For those of you know what AoE is area of effect spells. So a fireball won't save you, but someone shooting with an arrow or cleaving you with a motherfucking battle axe will most likely miss you. And of course, pass without a trace needs no saying. Add +10 to everyone's stealth rolls. If you have people who have heavy armor and they're rolling a disadvantage, that +10 can just save your infiltration mission. Fifth level, you gain Blink and Dispel Magic. Blink, it's a very weird spell. I've seen it used and I'm not too fond of how it works. It's okay. Dispel Magic, however, fantastic spell. Fantastic spell. Usually only wizards get this shit. Dispel Magic is stupid. Actually, I think Dispel Magic is on the wizard on the Cleric spell list, no?
It is.
It is, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then at 7th level, Dimension Door. Fantastic spell. I need to get someone's gonna die next to me. Oh my god, grab you. We're leaving. Yeet them 500 feet away. 500 feet in any direction you choose. Go. I escape. Fantastic spell. And of course, Polymorph, which is one of the most powerfully broken spells in this game. Polymorph is amazing. Trickster Clerics, enjoy Polymorph. Then you get Dominate Person, which is huge. Such a fantastic spell. And Modify Memory. Those of you who watched Critical Role, Jester was a Trickery Domain cleric. She used Modify Memory in conjunction with the Dust of Deliciousness on a bunch of cupcakes, and she turned what could potentially been
a hag, man. She turned a fucking hag.
Yeah.
I mean, for those of you all who don't know, hags are these creatures you will encounter in D&D at some point. I won't spoil it for you, but trust me, they're crazy.
Yeah,
I love them.
They're super powerful. Super powerful spellcasters and creatures, and she got to fuck with them, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Then your feature, you gain Blessing of the Trickster. When you choose this domain at first level, you can choose your action to touch a willing creature other than yourself to give it advantage on dexterity stealth checks. This blessing lasts for an hour until you use this feature again. If you have someone with heavy armor, you need to sneak somewhere. You now have normally creatures with heavy armor have disadvantage on their stealth checks. This turns into a straight roll, and this stacks well with Pass Without a Trace, should you wish to do so. Great combo. Have fun with this. If your rogue doesn't have a way to get advantage on their stealth checks, just give them this so they can infiltrate even better.
Yeah.
So Blessing of the Trickster, good usage, good fun, infiltration, all that good stuff. Enjoy Blessing of the Trickster. Now comes Invoke Duplicity. This thing was cool until I learned what it does. So, starting at second level, you can use your Channel Divinity to create an illusory duplicate of yourself. As an action, you create a perfect illusion of yourself that lasts for a minute. The illusion appears in an unoccupied space that you can see within 30 feet of you. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the illusion up to 30 feet to a space that you can see, but it must remain within 120 feet of you. For the duration, you can cast spells as though you were the illusion space, but you must use your own senses. Additionally, when both you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature and they can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature, given how it's distracted by your illusion. Now here's the problem. Here's the one part I didn't read. And that is, it requires your concentration. Which for a cleric is no bueno.
Hard. It's hard. Yeah.
It sucks. Because you can put up Spirit Guardians, you can put up Bless, you can put up so many different other spells which are more valuable for your Channel Divinity than Invoke Duplicity. Invoke Duplicity sounds amazing up until you read that it requires your concentration. And also the fact that you can, so say an enemy is 120 feet away. You have a spell effect which doesn't have that range. Send your illusion up and cast a spell, but the difference is you have to be able to see the creature for you to cast a spell on it.
Yeah.
So if that creature is hidden from you, even though you knew it was there, you send your illusion up to try and cast. If you can't see it, your illusion can't cast the spell. I mean, I can send my illusion up to do, like if it's too far, like if I don't want to get close, send my illusion, use inflict wounds. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
Or illusion to heal someone.
Exactly.
When you just want to use a cure wounds and you're not using a healing word for some reason or whatever reason.
Exactly. Yeah. You want to give a little more chunky healing. Cure wounds from a distance. Essentially, it's like having a familiar, but not great. Honestly, just fucking forget this. Take Magic Initiate, get Find Familiar, and just use that. It's much more effective.
Yeah.
So this Channel Divinity sounds cool until you realize that no. Just no. However, 6th level, your Channel Divinity turns into Cloak of Shadows. Starting at 6th level, you can use your Channel Divinity to vanish. As an action, you become invisible until the start of your next turn. You become visible if you attack or cast a spell. So, free invisibility. However, it costs you your Channel Divinity. But I'd say it's a better use than your
situational. Yeah.
I still say it's better than your Invoke Duplicity. Becoming invisible. Like, I'm gone. I can cast inflict wounds with advantage when I come back.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say you can't move.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you said, it just makes you, it just makes you invisible. That's it.
Pretty good. It's free invisibility. Invisibility is always a very valuable spell. It's a good spell. 8th level, Divine Strike. Similar to all the other ones. But on your turn, when you attack a target with a weapon attack, you deal an extra 1d8 poison damage to the target. That would be great if poison wasn't the most easily resisted damage type by most monsters in the game.
Yeah.
Not great. This Divine Strike is nyeh. I mean, you could
mostly affect the humies.
yeah, most effective humies. So that's the thing. It's like you can talk to your DM, maybe reflavor this to whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
But poison damage is mediocre at best. 17th level, Improved Duplicity. You can create up to 4 duplicates of yourself instead of 1. When you use your Invoke Duplicity as a bonus action on your turn, you can move any number of them up to 30 feet up to a maximum range of 120 feet. This is basically mirror image on steroids.
Yeah. And you being able to move them.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. But no, see, here's the thing. If all of them can cast one spell at the same time,
Ooh.
does it stack up?
I mean, that would be a ruling depending on how the DM wants to play that.
No, I mean, because
I would say
it's 4 duplicates,
I would
right?
say potentially it should, because what the duplicate is, what the description of the duplicate's performing thing is, that it's you casting from its location.
Yeah.
So having 4 locations of it, technically, I would say that means
castings.
you are 4. Yeah, it's 4 locations you can cast from.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
would be
the question
like,
is,
sure.
Can you cast one spell through 4? Or one spell per? That's the question. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I can do 4 inflict wounds at one shot.
Nuts. Again, yeah, it's high level.
Yeah.
So I would actually say, since it's they count as your positioning, and it's just multiple versions of them. It doesn't say that each version. It's replications of. Yeah, it should. In my head, it should be 4 castings of a spell.
That's
so
kind of
4
nuts.
inflict wounds.
Or 4 cure wounds.
Or 4 cure wounds, 4 healing words. Yeah.
Okay. Suddenly
4 dimension doors.
4 dimension
Oh, you
doors.
walk.
4 polymorphs.
Okay. So you walk your. You place all your duplicates to each of your allies. You're almost dead. You have 1 dimension door left. You move them there. Dimension door all of y'all out.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah.
But yeah, level 17.
Yeah.
So,
it's tier 4.
Good luck. It's tier 4. So that's why.
Yeah. Could be.
It's potentially brutal.
Potentially.
Yeah.
In that case, then duplicity becomes more interesting.
Yeah.
But interesting. Let's see. And finally, final domain of the clerics from the player's handbook. Go for it.
Yeah. War domain.
Yes.
So these guys, for war domain spells, at first level you get divine favor and shield of faith. Again, we spoke about shield of faith earlier, and I think it is a cleric spell list.
Yeah.
No? Yeah. Divine favor, though, I forgot what divine favor does exactly. I think I'm mixing it up with another spell.
Maybe.
Because there are a couple. Yeah. And third level, you get magic weapon and spiritual weapon. Magic weapon, if I'm not mistaken, you basically turn normal. You give a normal weapon magical properties, in the sense it does magical damage, right?
So,
I think for an hour.
So divine favor lets you add 1d4 extra radiant damage on your attacks. Should you attack somebody?
There we go. And it's an action to do it?
Bonus action
to do it. Right.
And concentration.
Concentration.
And it's a paladin spell, not a cleric spell.
Interesting. And then 5th level, you get Crusader's Mantle, Spirit Guardians. Spirit Guardians is a cleric spell.
It's awesome.
By default. Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. And this is going to be always prepared for you. So that's actually brilliant. Yeah. So you don't have to sacrifice that slot to prepare this if you generally want to play this, use this spell.
Yeah.
And
so Crusader's Mantle,
I think Crusaders is also a paladin spell.
It's a paladin spell.
Yeah.
But think of it like divine favor, but it's an aura. So any creature within 30 feet of you gets to add 1d4 radiant damage when it hits with a weapon attack. There we go.
Yeah, so that is a little more potent than divine favor. I would say, Crusader's Mantle is pretty cool. 7th level, freedom of movement, brilliant spell. Stone skin is similar to bark skin, right?
But much better. Let me just double check and make sure I know exactly what it does.
What it does? It's a druid spell, no?
Oh, yeah, so basically it turns you into a paladin, into a barbarian basically. Until the spell ends, the target has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Ah,
Yeah.
correct, right.
And,
And freedom movement is
and
awesome.
It's not, and Soul Skin is not a cleric spell. It's an artificer,
Yeah, it's
druid,
a-
paladin, ranger, and wizard spell.
Okay. Actually, quite a few of them.
It's a good spell.
Not bad.
It's a good spell.
I remember seeing it in the druid spell list. That there were so many others.
It's a good
Yeah,
spell.
freedom of movement is a favorite spell of mine. I always have it prepared as a because you can basically get someone out of being grappled or any situation
Restrained
that
or
is
anything,
into
yeah.
restraint. Yeah,
It's good.
it can come in clutch. Yeah, only you have to be in range. You have to touch the person, but some situations you can actually get to a person and do it. This is the easiest thing to do. And 9th level, you get Flame Strike and Hold Monster.
Whole monster.
Hold Monsters.
Ah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Can come in clutch.
important.
Especially at that level, 9th level and all, you're going to be facing some pretty high CR rating monsters. Be sure your DM's going to throw them in.
Yeah. Whole monster is amazing. Basically, it just paralyzes a monster. You get in melee range with it. You hit it. You crit automatically. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
So good. And so bonus proficiencies. You gain proficiency with martial weapons and heavy armor. Again, similar to the Tempest, which is awesome.
Fantastic.
And at first level, you get War Priest. Your god delivers bolts of inspiration to you when you are engaged in battle. When you use the attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, a minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Brilliant. Again, this is hardcore, pasting it out.
Yeah.
Smack a guy, bonus action, smack his ass again. And for their channel divinity, you get Guided Strike. You can use your channel divinity to strike with supernatural accuracy. When you make an attack roll, you can use your channel divinity to gain a +10 bonus to the roll. You make this choice after you see the roll, but before the DM says whether the attack hits or misses. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And here's the best part.
Pretty cool.
It says attack roll.
Yeah.
Any attack roll.
Any attack roll.
Guiding bolt.
Attack roll.
+10. Inflict wounds. +10.
Oh yeah.
Whatever you want. Hey, a spiritual weapon. +10.
It's pretty awesome. And at 6th level, you get War God's Blessing. When a creature within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll, you can use your reaction to grant the creature a +10 bonus to the roll using your channel divinity. You make the choice again the same way after you see the roll, but before the DM says whether the attack hits or misses. So this time you can give it out to someone next to you, which is awesome. So you could hold potentially your War God's Blessing for someone and just probably look at a PC and be like, hey, let it rain. And probably if he knows what you're saying, he'll be like, I got you. And when he releases that fireball, say he's using Guiding Bolt or something like whatever he's using, use this fucking +10 on it.
Yeah, it's nice. Give
It's
your
awesome.
barbarian +10 to hit.
Yeah.
Your barbarian's using Great Weapon Master. He's taking -5.
Ooh.
Here's your +10.
+10.
There you go.
Balance it up. There you go. You're all
And
good,
he
but
hits for whatever he's hitting +10 again. It's fucking stupid. It's so
it's
good.
Stupid.
You are
It's
all about
stupid.
being in the fight.
In anything with the great weapon fighting, you're aiding him with a +5 to the roll without, you're negating them by -5 and you're giving a +5 by default,
Yeah,
which
pretty
is
good.
awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But moving on, you get again same Divine Strike. And
But-
you gain the ability to infuse your weapon with again divine energy, and on each of your turns when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, and you can use the attack to deal an extra 1d8 of the damage of the same type dealt by the weapon to the target.
Yeah.
Yep, that's
Bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. Up
Yeah.
to you.
yeah, go for it. And when you reach 14th level, the damage stacks up and it goes to 2d8 then.
So you
It's
can technically, as a War Domain cleric, you can wield a great sword. 2d6 plus 1d8 on your first attack. Bonus attack. Attack again. You do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Make one of those your inflict wounds. Have fun. Am I gonna miss? You know what? Guided strike. Give me fucking plus 10 on that. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Have fun.
Yeah.
You are a melee hack and slash motherfucking. I smack you and heal the other person.
Yes. Are you okay? Are you okay? Just a second. Whack.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. And finally, at 17th level, you get Avatar of Battle. You gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons.
There you go.
Which is awesome. You become a barbarian of sorts.
Your RPG architects. Off topic. Do you guys normally play D&D online? We use Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds is pretty good. It takes a little time to set up. But but coming back to that. So essentially, this is the end of the clerics in the player's handbook anyway.
Yeah.
Some fantastic options. War Domain, amazing. Life Domain, amazing. Tempest, oh my god. Light Domain, amazing. The others,
the other two, knowledge and what you call it?
The knowledge, nature, and trickery.
And nature.
And
Trickery also okay to an extent.
To an
I can
extent.
see some uses to it. It has actually like having pass without a trace and all that
And
stuff. And all is
polymorph,
good actually.
yeah.
Polymorph, good. Like the spells you
Spell
get
list is
dimensioned
good.
out, dude.
Yeah. The spell
Like
list is
you
good.
know, it's got its moments, but the other two.
Yeah.
And- Guys, here's the thing. Like, so just Google clerics 5e and have fun on Google.
Yeah.
Read the other domains also from the other books.
I mean, like I was saying, we'll
be getting into them. Yeah, so
we'll get to
come
them
back
eventually.
for it. So yeah. But never stop your knowledge. Like whenever you see us talk about something, immediately check upon it. Like you'll be surprised.
Yeah. Clerics are stupid powerful. They're really fun.
Yeah.
And their versatility is, like I was saying, the War Domain is so far removed from the Life Domain. It's just, you got a mad spectrum of stuff that you can do. Like the only reason, like mostly everyone goes for the channel divinity. Like, what does the channel divinity do? Which is where the Trickery Domain really, falls. However, their spell list is insane.
It's insane.
Fantastic spell list.
I mean, it's insane to the point, like, when I have to sit and prepare spells, it can be quite taxing.
Yeah.
Especially once you get a little, like, at least tier 2 play and entering tier 3 play and stuff, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah, you'll be spending a lot of times going, okay, what the fuck are we going to do today? Okay, what do I need ready for the day?
Yeah. I think I take 10 minutes fall in general, or sometimes
easily.
even 15 minutes, like,
Easily.
because in between, like, you can't disconnect from the game completely. You're constantly, like, if the DM's especially talking about something, you are listening, and at the same time you're doing that. So you might get into a conversation, and then like 20 minutes in real life later, I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot to finish my prep. No. And then you'll be sitting here looking at the list again. Yeah, it can get like a little thing. But you'll actually find, from what I've learned from playing clerics, there are good combos you can find. Like, you'll find this sweet spot that you can play for most of these, like each of these domains is what I mean. They have a good sweet spot, and choosing right spells, you can have good fun.
Yeah. I mean, this is true. I mean, like, the Bard is the only full caster we've done so far.
Correct.
But I mean, it's always about, getting your spells ready for the day. Think about what you're going to be facing, what you could potentially be facing. Like, most clerics are going to prepare their healing spells. You're going to have at least minimum healing word ready. Like, I would say any cleric who doesn't prepare healing word is fucking trolling.
Yeah.
Because healing word is a broken spell, and everyone should use it. Make sure you've got spiritual weapons, you got spirit guardians, you got all these great spells ready, and you are, for all intents and purposes, a buffer. You use buff people. You make people better, and depending on the domain that you choose, you can be a potent damage dealer as well. Like,
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! I mean,
Oh
look,
yeah.
light domain, fireball a motherfucker. Go have fun.
Yeah.
Scorching ray a motherfucker. Just turn into ash. But so RPG, coming back to that. So in terms of software that we use, Fantasy Grounds. I'd highly recommend it. It's cheaper, little harder to get used
So
to.
yeah, it'll take some hand holding. There are a couple of videos on YouTube. You could reach out to us like on our DMs also if you
Yeah.
ever need any help with that stuff.
I
If we
think
can't help you all, we'll put you all onto stuff also.
exactly, yeah. So like I'm saying, there's what's his face, Matt Colville. He does a great video for Fantasy Grounds.
He does. And I've
yeah.
come across a couple of forums also which have been helpful for me because I've been doing a lot on Fantasy Grounds. It's actually once you get going and you understand where everything is and which button does what, Fantasy Grounds is actually quite cool.
Yeah, it does a lot of work
it's
for
really
you.
fun.
It's a lot of work for you.
Yeah.
Which is
It's just that a lot of it is not there already in the UI and there's no help in Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah,
If
Fantasy
you have
Grounds
it and you're looking for help, sorry, stop looking and just start using Google.
Yeah, Fantasy Grounds is very bad at teaching people how to use their software.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I
it's
don't
good.
blame them. I think it's just 3 of them or something who run the entire thing.
Yeah.
They're literally just like a very tiny group of. Yeah, I think it's just 3 or 4 of them.
But it's
who
a
run.
good piece of software.
Yeah, once you get it going, and as Paul said, it's also cheaper. Like they
So
give
much
you
cheaper.
drop-down versions. They give you all the content. Here's the thing: they don't cut out lines of text or none of that shit.
Yeah.
They just like condense PDFs into text. So the images in the PDFs come as separate image files. So everything is compressed for the most part.
It's quite, and it's easy
They
to
don't
access.
take away anything. Yeah.
It's good fun. Definitely
It's good
look
fun.
into it.
Yeah.
Anything else? Clerics, they're amazing.
Clerics.
Everyone should play one.
I can keep talking about clerics.
Yeah, they're one of the
I can keep
best.
talking.
One of the best classes in the game.
I mean, I can't think of. Yeah, honestly, wow, jeez. Yeah, I've played clerics the most now that I think of it. It's never hit me. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Clerics
I'm a cleric main, damn it.
Clerics are good.
They're good. They're good, guys. Here's the thing. I mean, like, that whole having a connection to a god, I like abusing that as a cleric, and I feel players as clerics try and use it. Like when I use the word abuse, okay, abuse is a harsh word. What I mean is like use that opportunity given to you because you can weave a lot of things within the story or within the campaign, especially if it's homebrew stuff. Holy shit, you can flip your DM out.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Or your DM
as a DM also, have fun with your clerics. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I absolutely love it.
There are a few things more fun than fucking with your cleric by being their god. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's great.
But yeah, no. Anyone who's in chat or anyone who sees this later, please play a cleric. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're so much fun.
At least once you should try a cleric. I mean, don't let the stereotype get you. Oh, they're just healing. No, shut up. Shut up. They come with healing, but they come in different forms.
And some, again, light domain cleric. Fireball a motherfucker. I can throw fireballs, bitch. What's up?
And
it's great.
Even the new domains also are so cool.
The Tasha domains
so
are fantastic.
Cool. Yeah.
But we'll get to those. We'll get to those.
We'll get to those.
Because next is going to be Xanathars, and those are going to be... Even those ones are like pretty cool. But that said, I believe that's everything we wanted to cover for today. As per usual, guys, we are looking at chat. If you have questions or anything, feel free to ask. We are more than happy to answer you. And I think you guys can always stop us in the middle of our reading, and we can definitely answer questions, no problem at all. That said, though, that's going to bring an end to today's episode in terms of information dump for all of you guys. As per usual, you can see our Usernames for Instagram at the bottom. House of Grim for me. At Cornerboy24 for Conrad across from me, of course. I completely forgot to introduce ourselves during the beginning of this episode, dude. I just realized that. We did not introduce ourselves. So sad. And of course, as per usual, the amazing
We're
art you
famous
see-
people now.
Oh yeah.
The best know us. Peasant. Love you.
And as per usual, the art you see before you is done by our very talented friend Priscilla Dillon. You can hit her up at Prissy Dilly on Instagram for any artwork that you might want done. For character stuff, graphic design, whatever you wish, hit her up. You can talk to her, negotiate the prices with her, figure out what's going to happen, and take it from there. And as per usual, as I said before, our usernames are there. If we have questions that you need answered, message us. And if we can't answer them for you, we will send you to other people who are more knowledgeable than us. That said, thank you guys all so much for watching. Con, is there anything you want to plug or anything?
No, that's it. That's it from me.
Okay. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you can always follow me here at twitch.tv/House of Grim, or you can follow Con, twitch.tv/Connorboy24. Tomorrow, are we playing tomorrow, by the way?
I think we are. Yes.
Okay, so tomorrow, Conrad's gonna be DMing Descent into Avernus. I'll be streaming that, so feel free to drop by. After Descent into Avernus, I'm running Storm King's Thunder, which Con's a player in. He'll be streaming that, so drop into his stream to watch that one. And then after that, I have a game which I play with other people. In fact, DM Steve, who's been a guest on our show twice, is my DM for that game.
DM Steve.
DM Steve. And we do the games that way. So I have a packed day of D&D tomorrow, and those of you who wish to watch the games, do feel free to drop by our respective channels, and you may enjoy the madness. And I think that's everything from us. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next week. And we don't know what we're going to cover yet, but chances are it's probably going to be the druid, but we're not sure. But that said,
Ooh, actually, I think it should be.
It should be? Okay, we'll jump to the
It
druid
should
next.
be.
Okay, we'll do druid next. So next week, guys, tune in, same time again. We're running druids.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys then. So up till then, from us to you, roll for initiative and be at peace, guys. Ciao.